Hello, what's up, guys? Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on the time and the city where you are watching us from today. I'm so excited about tonight's class because we'll be having a very specific, a very special class tonight. Things have changed a little bit. We are trying out a new format, a new style, and I hope you guys are gonna love it. So, if you are excited the same way I am, let us know in the chat where you are joining us from, the name of the country and the city you are connecting from. Hello, 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 and be ready today because tonight's class is going to be very interactive. So get your fingers ready, get your hands ready, get your fingers ready, get your phone ready. You're going to have to type a lot today, and there is a challenge by the end of this lesson, by the end of this class. So I need you guys to be very active. I need y'all to be very active. Yeah, hello, Matthew, all the way from Benin, Paraku. Yeah, Matthew, what's up? How you doing? How was your day? How was your day? Who else is online? I can see most of you are already connected, like 7, 8 of you. Yeah, let us know in the chats where you are from, where you're watching us from, where you are connecting from. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on the time and the city where you are joining us from. Tonight, we are going to have a very interactive session. A very interactive session, one of a kind, one of a kind, one of a kind, one of a kind. Yeah, Matthew, my day was awesome. All right, excellent. What made your day awesome, bro? What made your day awesome? Did you eat good food today? Did you go out with your girlfriend or your boy? Not your boyfriend. Okay, guys. So let me give you the outline for tonight's lesson. So today we are having a listening and speaking in our session. All right. The goal for me is to help you guys boost your speaking skills and boost your listening skills in English. Okay, so we are going to be having a very interactive listening session tonight. And guess what? I'm excited for so many reasons. Yeah, we can. I can see that we have Ezeb Yabi all the way from Paraku. Yeah, hello Ezeb. What's up? How you doing? How was your day? Yeah, so I was giving you guys the outline for tonight's lesson, which is going to be a very uh, interactive session, okay? Engaging session with a lot of value, with a lot of, insights that I'll be sharing today. So at first, great. And by your side, yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. And we also have Usman in the building. Yo, hello, Usman. What's up? How you doing? So I was giving you guys the outline for tonight's lesson, for tonight's class, which promises to be very, very interesting, very enriching for most of you, because one of the comments that I receive oftentimes from our student is, "Hello, Ade. It's hard for me to listen and understand, listen to, okay, and understand native speakers when they are speaking." So most of our students they have listening, they have issues with listening. So tonight we are going to work on your listening skills, and it is going to be very practical. Okay, no theory. You guys know how it works here. No theories, no bullshit. No, everything that we do here on this channel is practical. So tonight we are going to do a very practical session, and the goal is to help you guys fine tune your listening skills. And as we'll be working on the listening skills, we'll also be working on speaking. And right after that, there will be a challenge, okay, a live challenge for some of you. So I will invite like 4 to 5 of you guys to come here to join me for the live. And during the live session, you do a challenge, okay? And the best participants, is gonna have something for a surprise or a bonus. So yeah, it's very exciting and I'm very excited. Um I think we should get started. We should get started because okay, just a second. Just a second. Okay. All right. So, okay. So tonight we're gonna be working our list. We're gonna be improving our listening skills. Okay, based on the video, and it is the video of President Barack Obama. And Obama is a guy that I love so much from so many reasons. Okay, and I agree. Okay, some of you may not love him for his, his ideologies, his ideas, and all of that, but at least the guy is a very great, speaker. There are good speakers, there are great speakers, and there are excellent and top-notch speakers. Barack Obama is a very great and awesome public speaker. So we're going to boost our speaking skills and our listening skills today based on one of the videos of President Obama. Yeah, I can see Jennifer from LinkedIn. Yo, hello, Jenny. What's up? How you doing? How was your day? So glad to have you here for the first time. I'm so honored. Yeah, it's fantastic. So I'll put the video of Obama on the screen. And I told you guys the session is going to be very interactive. So I'll be asking you guys questions, okay? And you guys will be giving me the right answer based on what you've heard, based on what you'll be able to listen to. Because it's actually a speech that he gave, that he delivered years ago, like decades ago. It was back in 2004, okay, and we're now in 2025, so 21 years ago. I guess some of you maybe were not born yet. I was born. So I'll be sharing the video of Obama with you guys, and I'll be stopping just like after a few seconds. We'll watch it for a few seconds in a row, and after a few seconds, I'll stop it and ask you guys question about what you'll be able to listen to and what you heard, what you got from his message, and if it was easy for you or how did you feel it? Yeah, I can see Push Pendu. Hi, hello, Push Pendu. This is the first time you're joining us, and I am so glad to have you. Yeah, hello, what's up? I'm doing good, and you? How are you? Okay, all right. Uzeb, are you ready? Jennifer, are you ready? Push Pendu. Can we get started? Matthew and Usman, can we get started? So if you're ready, I'll just play the first part of the video, and you guys are gonna tell me if you are able to understand what he's saying, okay, or if it is hard for you. And in case it is hard, I'll give you some tips and some strategies that you can use in order to improve your listening skills. Yeah, I can see that Zeb is ready. Zeb is ready. Yeah, push pin to your fine. All right, interesting. So we'll be starting in a few seconds. We will be starting in a few seconds. All right. So, yeah, I'm pretty good. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Interesting. So let me play. Let me start by playing the video. If you guys have the sound, let me know. Okay. But if you don't have the sound, also let me know so I can do some.
Let me express my deepest gratitude
settings
for the privilege of addressing this convention. Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
So do you guys
my
have?
Father was a former.
If you have the sound, please let me know in the charts. Yes, we have the sound. Yes, the sound is okay. And if you can hear him, just let me know, and I'll see what I can adjust.
Born student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya.
Is it all good? Are we good to go? Are we good to go, guys? Let me know.
His father, my grandfather, was a cook, a domestic servant to the British. But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son.
Interesting. I think we are good to go. So I'll, start over again, all over again, and I'll be stopping, okay, and be asking you guys the words that you heard, okay, from his speech. So as you can see it on the screen, the speech was delivered on the 27th of July, 2004, the day he was introduced to the nation. So pay attention.
Let me express my deepest gratitude for the privilege of addressing this convention. Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
Okay, that's the first part. That was just the first part. So who can tell us what he heard from that portion? Or let me play it again for the second time. Let me play it again. Please pay attention. Please close attention.
This convention. Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
So what did he say? What did he say? What did President Barack Obama said? What did he say? For the last time, I'll play it again, and I'll give you guys a last chance.
Let me express my deepest gratitude for the privilege of addressing this convention.
Okay. You don't have to give me your full details every, word after word. No, just let me know what you heard from, from the speech. Even if it is a word, 2 words, a sentence, just let me know what you heard from the speech. Okay. Let me play it again.
Let me express my deepest gratitude for the privilege of addressing this convention. Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
Excellent. So, yeah, what has he said so far? What can help us? Matthew, come on. Usman, Izeb, Ange, Hundeji from Cotonou. Yeah, who can help us? What did he say? Let me express my deepest gratitude. Excellent. Excellent. That's it. Okay. That was the first sentence that he said. Let me express my deepest gratitude. Okay. Let me express my deepest gratitude. And this is an expression that you guys can actually use to show someone how grateful you are. Yeah, is there excellence? Let me express my deepest gratitude, but you were not fast. Usman was faster than you, Izeb. So next time, make sure you type it, as fast as you possibly can. So let me play it again. I'll play it again. And for those of you who were not able to grab what he said, now you pay close attention. Okay.
Let me express my deepest gratitude for the privilege of addressing this convention.
So let me express my deepest gratitude for the privilege of addressing this convention. Okay.
Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
Excellent. Voici la partie même la plus compliquée, la partie que je veux que vous décodiez, okay? Yeah, tonight is a particular honor for me. Excellent. All right. But after that, what did he say, Usman? What did he say? What did he say right after that? He said something very interesting.
Presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
Yeah, my presence on the stage is what?
Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm expecting from you guys. Okay, that is where the challenge actually lies. C'est là que se trouve le défi, le challenge, l'énigme. Qui sera le premier victorieux ce soir? Le premier héros ce soir? Let me play it again for the last time.
For the privilege of addressing this convention. Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
Tonight is a particular honor for me. Yeah, okay, excellent. But after that, what did he say after that? Usman, yes, tonight is a particular honor for me because my presence on this stage is what? Je veux la dernière partie de ce qu'il a dit parce que c'est la partie la plus dure, la plus challengeante. Okay? Zeb, where are you? Come on. I need you. I need you. Yeah, Matthew, tonight is a particular honor for me. Excellent. My presence on the stage, yes. Usman, what comes next? What comes next? Oh my goodness, Zeb is not far from the right answer. Yeah, he's about to get it. Zeb is about to get it. Excellent. That was great, but there's still a tiny mistake. There's a little mistake in what you wrote. You didn't really get it, Let me play it again for the last time for you, Zeb.
Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
My presence on this stage is pretty. Is that it's not pretty, I like it. It is pretty unlikely. Unlikely. Almost starting for me. I have a meeting, so I'm leaving now. All right, no problem. Push me into it. See you next time. No problem. So while he's going, let us continue.
Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely.
Qui peut décoder l'énigme? Allez les gars, Matthew, Ousmane, Uzeb, come on, try again, give it a try, give it another try. It's not is pretty, I like it, it's is pretty avec un adverbe qui vient à la suite en fait, ce n'est pas I like it. My presence on the stage is pretty unlucky. Okay, Dr. Toscani, you're not far from it. Try again. You're not far from the right answer, Dr. Toscani. You're not far from the right answer. Come on, give it another try. Okay, Aziz, hello, Aziz, is pretty unlike. No, you're not far from it. You're not far from it. Dr. Toscani, my presence on the stage is pretty unlucky. No, it's not unlucky. Yeah, excellent. Unlikely. My presence on the stage is pretty unlikely. Ça veut dire quoi? Ça veut dire que ma présence ici est improbable. Genre, je ne mérite pas d'être ici. Je ne mérite pas d'être ici. I do not deserve to be here. You know, so my presence on the stage is pretty unlikely. Pretty unlikely, okay? Yeah, that's it. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. So let's continue, guys. Let's continue.
My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya.
My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya. Okay, that was easy, right? My father was a foreign student. Mon père était un étudiant étranger, a foreign student. Donc là, c'est la prononciation que je voudrais que vous travaillez. Foreign, okay? We write foreign. On écrit foreign like this, okay? But it's foreign, okay? Foreign students. My father was a foreign student, okay? So let's continue. Let's keep it going.
On this stage is pretty unlikely. My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya.
Okay, my father was a foreign student in the US, but he was born and raised in a small village in Kenya. All right, so yeah, who can make a sentence with those two expressions, like born and raised? Where were you born? Where were you raised? Zeb, can you give us a sentence, an example sentence? Let us be fast because the video is quite long and there are very interesting parts down the road. Yeah, thanks a million. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Yeah, who can give us a sentence, an example sentence? An example sentence with the expressions born and raised. My father was a foreign student in France, a foreign student in the US, okay? But j'étais né ou je suis né et j'ai grandi peut-être à Abidjan. Qui peut me donner cette phrase en anglais? Je suis né et j'ai grandi à Abidjan. Je suis né et j'ai grandi à Abidjan. The challenge is ongoing. Come on, guys. L'heure de la vérité est en train de sonner. Je suis né et j'ai grandi à Abidjan. Who can give us a sentence? That sentence in English. Je suis né et j'ai grandi à Abidjan. Come on, give it a try. Give it a try. Tonight is a very interactive session, okay? And the more you practice, the better you're going to be. I'm born and raised at Abidjan. Very good, Aziz, okay? But there are, slight mistakes in what you wrote, but nice one. Nice one. I was born in Save and raised in Save. Excellent, Uzeb. That was good. I was born in Save and raised in Save, okay? And Ben Winner said what? I was born and raised in Abidjan. Yeah, excellent. Uzeb, je n'ai pas donné l'exemple de Save, j'ai donné l'exemple de Abidjan. But that was good. Okay, Dr. Toscani, I'm born and raised in Abidjan. Okay, but it's always better to put it in the past, okay? It's always better to put it in the past because you were born. You're not born today, all right, Dr. Toscani. Vous n'êtes pas né aujourd'hui, vous étiez né. Enfin, genre, vous êtes né, it was in the past, okay? So I was born and raised in Abidjan. Excellent. Thank you, Matthew. That's good. So let's continue. Let's keep it going. Let us keep it going.
He grew up herding goats, went to school in a tin roof shack. His father, my grandfather, was a cook, a domestic servant to the British. But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son.
Okay. So that was not hard. I'll just play it again one more time. My grandfather, what did he have? What did his grandfather have? That's the question. I'll play it again one more time, okay?
But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son.
Yeah, my grandfather had what for his sons? What was the sentence? What was the full sentence? My grandfather had, let me play it again for the last time.
But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son.
Yeah,
Through hard work,
my grandfather had, what did he say? What did he say? My grandfather had what for his
my
sons?
grandfather was a cook, a domestic servant to the British. But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son.
Okay, yeah, have a lot of dreams for his son. Okay, Ben Wiener, you give it a try. It's not bad. It's cool. Okay, Aziz, have this dream. Good, very good, very good, very good. But that's not exactly what he said. Okay, it's close to what he said, but that's not exactly what he said. That's not exactly what he said. Let me play it again for the last time.
But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son.
Excellent, Matthew. My grandfather had larger dreams for his sons. Larger dreams for his son, ok? Il avait des rêves beaucoup plus grands pour ses enfants, ok? Jennifer, on LinkedIn, yeah, I was born and raised. Raised is Raised in Abidjan, okay? Jennifer, I was born and raised in Abidjan. Excellent. Yeah, Dr. Toscani, my grandfather has a lot of dreams. It's not, it's not far from it, okay, but he said larger dreams, okay, larger dreams.
Through
So
hard work and
let's keep it going.
perseverance, my father got a scholarship to study in a magical place, America, that shone as a beacon of freedom and opportunity to so many who had come before. While studying here, my father met my mother. She was born in a town on the other side of the world, in Kansas. Her father worked on oil rigs and farms through most of the Depression. The day after Pearl Harbor, my grandfather signed up for duty.
Keep listening,
Joined
let's
Patton's
continue.
Army, marched across Europe. Back home, my grandmother raised a baby and went to work on a bomber assembly line. After the war, they studied on the GI Bill, bought a house through FHA, and later moved west, all the way to Hawaii in search of opportunity.
Yeah.
And they too had big dreams for their daughter. A common dream born of two continents. My parents shared
Okay, all right. Let me
not
get
only an improbable love, they shared an abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation.
excellent. So now we're gonna work on the last part, on the last few seconds of this portion.
Dreams for their daughter. A common dream born of two continents. My parents shared.
So actually, Barack Obama is narrating his own history, okay? The origin of his dad, his mom, and all of that. So he was talking about the dreams of his parents. So that's the context, okay? Now I need you guys to tell me what you heard, what you understood from his speech, okay? So I'll just play the portion. I think it lasts like 10 seconds or 12 seconds. So you guys are gonna tell me what you were able to understand or to hear or to grab from that speech.
Not only
Let's go. I think, yeah,
dreams for
that's
their
okay.
daughter. A common dream born of two continents. My parents shared not only an improbable love, they shared an abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation.
All right, so that's the portion that we're going to work on. Okay, I'll play it again for the last time. Oh, no, for the second time, not the last time.
Dreams for their daughter. A common dream born of two continents.
So a common dream born of what? Born of two? Who can give me the word? 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 It's a word that you know. C'est un mot que vous connaissez très bien. C'est un mot que vous connaissez très bien. It's a word that you know, okay? Let me play it again.
And they too had big dreams for their daughter. A common dream born of two continents.
So his dad and his mom had two dreams, okay, big dreams, great dreams for their daughters. And that dream was born of two what? Two different what? What was the word? Corners. Okay, thank you for trying, Ben Wiener. Thank you for trying. Je sais que cette partie est un peu dure, ouais. Ok. Je sais que cette partie est un peu dure, but yeah, keep it trying. Keep trying, sorry. Keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Moved west, all the way to Hawaii in search of opportunity. And they too had big dreams for their daughter. A common dream born of two continents. My parents shared not
A common dream born of two continents, okay? Continent. That's the American pronunciation of the word continent because his father is actually from Kenya, okay, from Africa, and his mom was from the US, okay? Actually, his dad was from, from Kenya, and he went to the US on a scholarship, and over there he met his mom. So his dad came with his dream from Africa, and the mom also had her dream, okay, from, the US, which is another continent. So that's what he says. Let me play it again pour que vous puissiez bien entendre le mot, la prononciation.
And they too had big dreams for their daughter. A common dream born of two continents. My parents shared not only an improbable love, they shared an abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation.
Yeah.
They would give me an African name, Barak, or blessed, believing that in...
Okay, what is the meaning of the word or the name Barak? He said it. He gave it. What's the meaning of the name that his parent gave to him? Let me play it again.
They would give me an African name, Barak, or blessed, believing that in a tolerant America...
So he gave the meaning of his name, okay, in a few seconds. What does that name mean? The name Barak. What does it mean?
This nation. They would give me an African name, Barak, or blessed, believing that in a tolerant...
Yeah. What does his name Barak mean?
America. Your name is love. They shared an abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation. They would give me an African name, Barak, or blessed, believing that in a tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success.
Excellent. Yo, I can see Debbie typed blessing. Okay, Usman blessing. All right, you guys are not far from it. It's blessed. Okay, blessed, béni. Okay, blessing is bénédiction, mais le nom c'était béni. Okay, blessed with ed at the end. All right, so let's keep it going.
Believing that in a tolerant America, your love. They shared an abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation. They would give me an African name, Barak, or blessed, believing that in a tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success.
So that was a very nice expression, okay? Believing that in a tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success, okay? What I'm doing is something that can actually help you guys improve your pronunciation skills. So you gotta listen to him the same way he's speaking. You try as much as you possibly can to repeat right after him. Okay, let me give it a try and you guys can see.
They would give me an African name.
They would give me an African name, Barak, or blessed, believing that in a tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success. So that was a very nice expression, okay? Believing that in a tolerant America, dans une Amérique tolérante, so tolerant. That's how you're going to improve your pronunciation skills, okay? So you listen to the word, the way he pronounced the word, you try to repeat after him, okay, like multiple times, again and again, all right? So let me take it again for the last time.
America, your name is no barrier to success. This nation.
Yeah.
They would give me an African name.
They would give an African name, Barak,
believing
blessed,
that in
believing
tolerant
that in tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success. Okay, so you listen to him, you repeat right after him, okay, to make sure that you get his intonation, his pronunciation, his accent as much as you possibly can. All right, and now after doing that, you will not try to use the expression in different contexts. C'est comme ça qu'on améliore son anglais. Okay, so believing that in a tolerant America, tolerant. Ce n'est pas in a tolerant America. No, en français, c'est tolérant, mais en anglais, la prononciation qu'il a donnée là, c'est tolerant. Okay? In a tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success. Et ça, c'est une expression que vous pouvez reformuler dans beaucoup de contextes. OK? My name is no barrier to success. Ça veut dire quoi? Mon nom n'est pas un frein pour mon succès. Mon nom ne m'empêche pas de réussir, okay? So, for instance, you can say, I lost my phone on the day of my final exam, but that was no barrier to my success. Do you guys see how I use it? So when you discover new words, new expressions, new phrases, new sentences, just try to put them in different contexts. In different contexts, okay? My name is no barrier to success. Or I lost my phone last week, or I lost my, my card, right? Last week, but that was no barrier to my marriage. That was no barrier to my wedding, okay? Donc, cela ne m'a pas empêché de faire X, Y ou Z. Donc, vous pouvez dire, that is no barrier to, okay? That is no barrier to. Zeb, who can put that sentence in the chat? Ça ne m'empêche pas de faire X, Y ou Z. It's no barrier to, and you put whatever you want to put. Vous mettez tout ce que vous voulez mettre en fait, ok? Donc, c'est une manière de dire que ça ne m'empêche pas de faire X, Y ou Z. So, c'est comme ça qu'on apprend. Let us continue.
Abiding faith in the possibilities of this nation. They would give me an African name, Barack.
Thank you, Aziz. Excellent.
Or blessed, believing that in a tolerant America, your name is no barrier to success. They imagine me going to the best schools in the land, even though they weren't rich, because in a generous America, you don't have to be rich to achieve your potential.
Vous voyez là, par exemple, ce qu'il dit, ce n'est pas un truc extraordinaire, mais vous pouvez utiliser ça pour travailler votre intonation, la manière dont il pique. Parce que l'anglais n'est pas une langue monotone, en fait. English is not monotonous, right? Vous devez piquer souvent, vous devez monter souvent, descendre souvent. L'anglais n'est pas monotone, en fait. Donc, par exemple, ce qu'il a dit, s'il n'y a pas un mot extraordinaire dedans, avec tout le respect que je lui dois, mais la manière dont il le dit rend ça extraordinaire. Donc, du coup, vous pouvez travailler votre accent, votre intonation sur la base de ce qu'il est en train de dire. Je vais rejouer cette partie-là et puis essayer de faire un truc, en fait.
Your name is no barrier to success. They imagine me going to the best schools in the land, even though they weren't rich, because in a generous America, you don't have to be rich
to achieve your potential. Vous voyez, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to, okay? You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be rich. So that's how you guys can improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, your accent, your intonation. And that's what we do, okay? In my language center. So Euseb, I banged my knee, but that wasn't barrier to score the goal. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was excellent. I love it. I love it, Euseb. I love it. Excellence. Excellence, okay? So, fantastic. Et pour revenir sur ce que je disais, c'est comme ça que vous pouvez travailler votre intonation. Et c'est important en anglais. C'est important en anglais, en fait. So, let's keep it going.
In the land, even though they weren't rich, because in a generous America, you don't have to be rich to achieve your potential. They're both passed away now. And yet I know that
they're both passed away now. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? What did he say? We can put it in the chat, please. He's talking about his parents, okay? He's talking about his parents. Et qui peut nous décoder ce qu'il a dit? Let me play it again.
To achieve your potential. They're both passed away now.
C'est toute la phrase, ça. They're both passed away now. Passed away now.
They're both passed away now.
They're both passed away now. Par exemple, je vais dire, ils sont tous deux allés à l'église. They're both gone to church. Okay? Or they both went to church. So, or they both went to school. So, what did he say? Il n'a pas dit école, il n'a pas dit église, bien évidemment.
To achieve your potential. They're both passed away now.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent, Usman. They both passed away now. Very good. Excellent. They both passed away now. Yeah, Ezeb. Excellent. Very good. Fantastic. Fantastic. Et to pass away, ça veut dire décéder, en fait. Ils sont tous de décédés maintenant. All right. So that's what he was trying to say. R.I.P.
And yet I know that on this night, they look down on me with great pride.
Thank you, Dr. Toscani. Yeah, ils sont tous de décédés maintenant. Ousmane, maintenant, they are dead. Yeah, meaning they are dead. Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic.
They stand here, and I stand here today, grateful for the diversity of my heritage, aware that my parents' dreams live on in my two precious daughters. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that
I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story. I stand here knowing. Je me tiens ici tout en sachant que, okay, I stand here knowing that you are the best language coach. I stand here knowing that Dr. Toscani is one of the best, medical doctors in the country. I stand here knowing that Aziz is one of the best medical doctors in France. I stand here knowing that Usman is one of the best, marketing specialists in his country. Okay, I stand here knowing that. Donc, c'est aussi une expression que vous pouvez rajouter dans votre vocabulaire et l'utiliser tel qu'il l'a fait en fait. Je vous rejoue ça encore.
parents' dreams live on in my two precious daughters. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that
I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story. OK? Je me tiens ici tout en sachant que. Donc, I stand here knowing. Excellent. So, let's continue.
I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that
OK, voici la phrase qu'on va travailler maintenant. Après avoir dit, I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, he said something else. What did he say? What did he say, guys? What did he say? Let's go. Let's get it. Dr. Toscani, Cyril, Usman, Zeb, are you ready? What did he say? Aziz.
aware that my parents' dreams live on in my two precious daughters. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. And
Voilà, c'est la phrase que je veux. Après avoir dit, I stand here knowing. Il a dit, I owe, he said something. What did he say?
that my story is part of the larger American story,
Après ça, qu'est-ce qu'il dit maintenant?
that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that
Voilà, c'est la phrase que je veux. Je vous rejoue ça encore.
I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that
Yeah, as if I stand here knowing everything will be fantastic sooner or later. Okay, that's an example. Good. Very good example. I love it, bro. Excellent. Now, what did he say in his speech? What did he say in his speech?
is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that
Okay, I owe that to all who came before me. Okay, very good, Usman. I can give you 15 out of 20. 15 sur 20. 15 out of 20. Who can get 20 out of 20? Who want to get 20 out of 20? Usman just got 15 out of 20.
I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that
Qu'a-t-il dit? Ah, Ousmane a donné la base, mais il y a des trucs qu'il a manqué dedans.
I stand here today, grateful for the diversity of my heritage, aware that my parents' dreams live on in my two precious daughters. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that
I owe a something to all of those who came before me. Yeah, I can see you guys trying. Usman, I owe that to all those who came before me. Okay, 16 out of 20. Ezeb, I own that to all of those who came before me. 16 out of 20. Sergio Idelfonse Capo. Yeah, hello, Mr. Idelfonse. What's up? How you doing? I owe that to all those who came before me. 16 out of 20. Who can get 20 out of 20? Come on, guys. You can do it. Yes, you can. Aziz, I always doubt that all of them will become for me. Okay, 15 out of 20. I need someone to get 20 out of 20. I need someone to get 20 out of 20, or at least minimum 19 out of 20. 19 out of 20 or 20 out of 20. Let me play it again. Ça devient challengeant et j'aime les challenges. And I know you guys also love challenges. Come on, let's get it.
is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that in no
Yeah, Usman, I'll play it again and again.
that my story is part of the larger American story, that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that in no other
Yeah. I own all that, all of those who came before me. No, Dr. Toscani, you're not far from it. You're not far from it. Matthew, I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. Yeah, excellent. That's it. He got it. 20 out of 20, bro. I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. Yeah, Ezeb. Tu es venu juste après Mathieu. Ouais, c'est ça. I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. Je dois une dette, OK, envers tous ceux qui m'ont précédé. I owe a debt, a debt. Alors, gardez qu'en anglais, OK, le mot debt, we write D-E-B-T. OK, but the B is silent. Le B ne se prononce pas. Donc, du coup, on ne dit pas debt. OK, we don't say debt, but we say debt, right? Debt, debt. I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. Donc, je suis redevable vis-à-vis de tous ceux-là qui m'ont précédé. Je suis redevable vis-à-vis de tous ceux qui sont venus avant moi. J'en dois une à tous ceux qui m'ont précédé. OK, I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. Donc, c'est une très belle expression pour exprimer votre gratitude, en fait, devant un public, devant les gens, ou même pour dire que vous devez de l'argent à une personne. I owe a debt of, 20,000 euros to, one of my colleagues. That's not your case. So it's an example. So very good. Very good. I owe a debt to all of those who came before me. So let's keep it going. Hello, Adams. I've just joined the live. Actually, we are fasting today. We just got back home from mosque. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I know that tomorrow is what do we call it? I forgot, but yeah. Happy celebration to you guys. Elodie, yeah, hello, what's up? Let's keep it going. Thank you guys for joining us, and let us keep it going.
country on earth is my story even possible. It is part of the larger American story that I owe a debt to all of those who came before me, and that in no other country on earth is my story even possible.
In no other country on earth is my story even possible. In no other country on earth is my story even possible. Yeah, Tabaski. Yeah, thank you. Eid al-Adha. Yeah, all right, that's it. Happy celebration to you guys. I'm waiting for my, my invitation. I'm waiting for the invitation.
All of those who came before me, and that in no other country on earth is my story even possible. Tonight, we gather to affirm the greatness of our nation.
Yeah, tonight we gather to affirm the greatness of our nation, to affirm, pour affirmer, pour déclarer, pour professer, pour confesser. We gather tonight. Donc, en fait, l'exercice aussi, c'est de travailler la prononciation, en fait, tonight. C'est un peu comme si le O de dessous, en fait, parce que généralement, les francophones vont dire tonight. Ce qui n'est pas incorrect, OK? It is not incorrect, right? Ce n'est pas faux, ce n'est pas incorrect, mais c'est juste que si if you want to sound more like native, OK, you need to start as much as you can to pronounce words the same way they do, right? So, il n'a pas dit tonight, il a dit tonight, OK?
Tonight, we gather to affirm the greatness of our nation. Not because of the height of our skyscrapers or the power of our military or the size of our economy. Our pride is based on a very simple premise, summed up in a declaration made over 200 years ago. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is the true genius of America.
Let me fast forward
shipping
it.
Jobs overseas, he offers them to companies creating fields.
Because of time.
John Kerry believes in the constitutional freedoms that have made our in energy independence, so we aren't held hostage to the profits of oil companies or the sabotage of foreign oil fields. John Kerry believes in the constitutional freedoms that have made our country the envy of the world, and he will never sacrifice our basic liberties, nor use faith as a wedge to divide us. And John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Very good. So, on va travailler cette phrase-là. Qui peut nous dire ce qu'il a dit? Qui peut mettre ça à l'écrit? Let me play it again. Let me play it again. He's speaking about, he's talking about John Kerry.
And John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Excellent. So, who wanna try? Who wanna give it a try? Yeah, hello, Ricardo. Adams, yeah, tonight. That's it. Excellent. I love that guy. You owe him your accent today. Yeah, I do. You know what it is. I do, bro.
And John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Yeah. So, qui peut nous mettre cette phrase dans les commentaires? Qui peut nous écrire ce qu'il a dit? John Kerry believes that. Et qu'est-ce qui vient par la suite? John Kerry.
And John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Voilà, j'ai besoin qu'on travaille cette phrase-là. For the last time, I'll play it again. So tell me, what did he say? What was the sentence? Parce qu'on doit travailler votre listening skills.
John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Okay, John Kerry believes that war is not a first option, meaning there's always way out, negotiation and compromise. Yeah, very good. But you explain the sentence. I want you to type it, okay? Because we are working on your listening skills, right, Adams? So I need you to type it, the full sentence, please, if you can.
John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Yeah, Adam nous a expliqué la phrase, mais je veux que vous, enfin, parce qu'on est en train de travailler le listening skill, donc du coup, je voudrais que vous me saisissiez ce que vous avez entendu de la phrase, en fait. Let's go.
John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Very good, Usman. John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes. Excellent. 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 Okay, war can be an option sometimes, right? Maintenant, la dernière partie.
You know, that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Yeah, it should never be what? What must be an option sometimes, but la dernière partie. Adam, I don't have a computer. My keyboard sucks. Sorry to hear that. Come on. Yeah, give it a try. Give it a try. I need you to give it a try. Usman, yeah, you started well, but what was the last part of the sentence? In a dangerous world, what must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option. Excellent. Excellent, Idelphonse. Excellent. I love it. I love it. Yeah, good. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
And John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option.
Never be the first option. Donc, vous voyez comment il prononce. Il ne dit pas option, il dit option. 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 That guy is using ChatGPT. No, he's not. Yeah, hello, Samuel. But it shouldn't be the first option. Excellent. Very good, Samuel. Thank you for trying. Euseb believes that in a dangerous world, okay, il manque un petit article. War must be, la guerre, okay? In a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option, okay? It should never be the first option. Then that guy is using ChatGPT. No, he's not. John Kerry believes that in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Toscani, sorry. Yeah, that's it. Excellent. It should never be the first option. Usman, very good. Yeah. Hello, Samuel.
A while back, A while back, I met a young man named Seamus.
OK. Après ça, il a dit deux mots que je veux qu'on travaille aussi. En fait, c'est des mots qu'on utilise fréquemment en anglais. Donc, du coup, qui va nous sortir ça? On cherche le champion. Celui qui sort ça ce soir, certainement la personne est très proche de remporter le titre ce soir. Let's go.
That in a dangerous world, war must be an option sometimes, but it should never be the first option. You know, a while back, I met a young man named Seamus.
C'est ça, enfin, genre, c'est les deux premiers mots qui m'intéressent. Ce sont les trois premiers mots, pardon. Après la phrase qu'on vient de travailler.
You know, a while back, I met a young man named Seamus.
Voilà, c'est ça toute la phrase, mais je ne veux pas toute la phrase. OK? Aziz, but on our back. OK, very good, Aziz. Thank you for trying. Very good. Very good. Mais il y a la première, enfin, genre, le premier mot a été écorché. Ce n'est pas exactement ça, mais tu n'es pas loin. Tu n'es pas loin.
You know, a while back, I met a young man named Seamus.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's it, Samuel, a while back. Enfin, récemment, ou bien il y a cela quelques temps, il y a cela quelques jours, récemment, c'est ça, a while back, OK, a while back. Et c'est un truc qu'on utilise, vous en avez besoin, en fait, tout le temps. Enfin, parce qu'en racontant une histoire à quelqu'un, oui, vous l'utilisez, quoi. A while back, I met a young man named Seamus. Excellent, Adam. Thank you, Samuel. Yeah, Ousmane, you know, but on our back, it's a while back, OK, genre récemment. Yeah, Idelphonse, récemment, very good, a while back. Genre, il y a de cela quelques temps, voilà.
In a VFW hall option. You know, a while back, I met a young man named Seamus in a VFW hall in East Moline, Illinois. He was a good-looking kid, 6'2", 6'3", clear-eyed with an easy smile. He told me he joined the Marines and was heading to Iraq the following week. And as I listened to him explain why he'd enlisted, the absolute faith he had in our country and its leaders, his devotion to duty and service, I thought, this young...
À cause du temps, je vais défiler ça vraiment vers la fin pour qu'on puisse finir à temps. Sinon, là, on ne va pas finir aujourd'hui.
John Kerry calls on us to hope. In the end, that's what this election is about.
Okay, yeah. So what did he say? In the end, that's what? In the end?
In the end, that's what this election is about.
In the end, that's what this class is about tonight. In the end, that's what this lesson is about. In the end, that's what life is all about, okay?
Do we participate? In the end, that's what this election is about.
So in the end, that's what this election is about. This election, in the end, that's what this election is about. OK? Et c'est une expression aussi qu'on utilise vraiment fréquemment en anglais, pas forcément avec le mot election, mais avec tout un autre mot, en fait. Par exemple, c'est de ça qu'il s'agit. OK? That's what it is about. OK? Ou c'est de ça que ce cours-là s'agit. That's what this class is about. That's what this class is about. OK? Donc, voilà. Est-ce que vous pouvez faire des exemples de phrases avec cette expression-là? That's what life is about. That's what this class is about. That's what, mathematics is about. That's what philosophy is about. That's what English is about. That's what America is about. OK? C'est de ça qu'il s'agit. Enfin, et vous mettez votre propre, you put your own component in it, right? In the end, that's what this election is about. Excellence, Adams. Thank you. Je me sens...
In the end, that's what this election is about. Do we participate in a politics of cynicism, or do we participate in a politics of hope? John Kerry calls on us to hope.
So, là, il a utilisé un phrasal verb qu'on utilise aussi très fréquemment en anglais.
John Kerry calls on us to hope.
John Kerry calls on us to hope. John Kerry nous incite, OK, à avoir de l'espoir. He calls on us to hope. He calls on us to hope. He's calling on me to. Lorsque quelqu'un vous sollicite, vous demande de faire quelque chose, vous exhorte, OK, à faire quelque chose, vous encourage à faire quelque chose. Donc, C'est une expression que vous pouvez utiliser. He calls on us to hope. He calls on me to, to help him or to give me hands. Okay, John Kerry calls on us to hope. John Kerry calls on us to hope.
John, in a politics of cynicism, or do we participate in a politics of hope? John Kerry calls on us to hope. John Edwards calls on us to hope. I'm not talking about blind optimism here, the almost willful ignorance that thinks unemployment will go away if we just don't think about it, or healthcare crisis will solve
Small, no
itself if we just
problem.
ignore it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something more substantial. It's the hope of slaves sitting around a fire singing freedom songs, the hope of immigrants setting out for distant shores, the hope of a young naval lieutenant bravely patrolling the Mekong Delta, the hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds, the hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.
Yeah, ok, on va traverser cette dernière phrase et après ça, on va passer en live. Je vais inviter 2 à 3 personnes qui vont pratiquer avec moi en live tout à l'heure. Donc, let us just work on this very last sentence. Let us just work on this very last sentence. Yeah, Usman, no problem. You can, you can get going. Adam, yeah, John calls on us to hope. Excellence. Do you participate in the politics of citizenship or do you participate? Yeah, very good. Adams, excellence. Donc, on va travailler une dernière phrase et après ça, on va passer à la phase pratique.
Name who believes that America has a fire singing freedom songs, the hope of immigrants setting out for distant shores, the hope of a young naval lieutenant bravely patrolling the Mekong Delta, the hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds, the hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.
Voilà, c'est la dernière partie que je voudrais que nous travaillions, en fait, pas tout le passage. Et Adama a spoilé. Ok, qui peut nous donner la phrase complète, s'il vous plaît?
Dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.
Yeah, the hope of what? Of a skinny kid, because il a déjà mis dans le chat. The hope of the skinny kids with what?
Worker's son who dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.
Come on, guy. Is it hard? I don't think so.
Who dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.
Very good, Aziz, with a funny name. Okay, excellence, with a funny name. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name. Excellence, very good. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes what? La dernière partie.
Funny name who believes that America has a place for him too. Funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.
Very good, Dr.
The
Toscani.
hope of a mill worker's son who dares to defy the odds. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too.
Very good. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name that believes that America has a place for him too. Excellent, Dr. Toscani. Yeah, very good. That's it. The hope of a skinny kid with a funny name who believes that America has a place for him too. Okay, very good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Yeah, Samuel, he said, with a funny name, F-U-2-N-Y, who believes that America has a place for him too. Excellent. Very good. Ben Winner, American has a place for him too. Excellent. Good. Yeah, Aziz has a place for him too. Excellent. So, maintenant, on va passer à la pratique. OK? Je vais envoyer le lien. I'm afraid because we are running out of time. Our time is fast spent. But if there are 1 or 2 of you guys, okay, who's ready or who are ready to come over and practice, just click on the link, okay? Vous allez venir sur le studio et puis on va pratiquer un peu en live parce que c'est un rituel. On le fait tout le temps, comme ça, pendant nos lives, tous les jeudis soirs à 20h heure de Paris et 19h heure de Cotonou. Donc, pour pratiquer comme ça, c'est une opportunité pour vous pour pratiquer en fait. So, if you are in a position where you can turn on your, your microphone or your camera, just click on the link and come over to, to practice with us. It's very important for you. because that's what is gonna help you boost your speaking skills um, as fast as possible. Because if you discover new word, new expression without practicing, it is not gonna help. Okay, ce n'est pas le fait de découvrir de nouveaux mots, de nouvelles expressions qui fera que vous allez maîtriser l'anglais. No, okay, that's it's not gonna make the change. That's not what gonna make the change. What is gonna make the change is practice, okay? Is practice. So you have to practice. Et en attendant que les gens ne viennent pour la pratique, I have an announcement for you guys. Du 19 au 21 juin, nous organisons un masterclass, okay, un challenge live de 3 jours pour partager beaucoup d'astuces sur comment maîtriser l'anglais, comment parler l'anglais couramment sans avoir réfléchi, sans avoir traduit du français en fait. Comment éviter les pièges comme les pièges les plus fréquents et tout ça. Et l'inscription est gratuite, la participation, pardon, est gratuite, mais sur inscription. So, I send the link to you guys. Click on the link, register. It's from the 19th to the 21st of June. So, in 2 weeks' time. C'est dans 2 semaines, exactement dans 2 semaines. C'est 3 jours consécutifs, OK, de 20h à 21h. Et ce sera super enrichissant. Alors là, vraiment super enrichissant. On va surdélivrer. Ce sera avec un autre coach. On va partager beaucoup d'astuces. En fait, ce sera que de la pratique. Ce sera que de la pratique. Donc, cliquez sur le lien. L'inscription ne prend que, je ne sais pas, quelques secondes en fait, ou peut-être 1 minute grand max. Donc, en cliquant sur le lien, ça va vous rediriger sur cette page. Let me see if I have it here. Yeah, sure, I do. OK, du coup, ça vous redirige sur cette page-là en cliquant sur le lien. Et pour vous inscrire, c'est juste votre nom, votre prénom, votre adresse mail et votre numéro WhatsApp et l'inscription est terminée en fait. Après, vous pouvez lire la description de la masterclass, la description de l'événement et tout. Ça, c'est la date, voilà, du jeudi 19 au samedi 21, de 20h à 21h, heure de Paris. Du coup, de 19h à 20h, heure de Cotonou ou heure de Lomé. I think so. Donc, du coup, vous allez voir ce dont on va parler. Vous pouvez lire en détail. Voilà. On va parler de comment arrêter de réfléchir en français quand tu parles anglais, les 7 erreurs courantes qui t'empêchent de progresser à l'oral et comment est-ce que tu peux pratiquer l'anglais même quand tu es occupé. Donc, les stratégies que tu peux mettre en place pour maximiser la pratique, en fait, même quand tu n'as pas de temps, même quand tu es un médecin, même quand tu es un expert en cybersécurité, que tu n'as pas du temps, comment tu peux quand même réussir à pratiquer, en fait, et les exercices les plus efficaces à faire pendant que tu pratiques. Donc, voilà. La méthode secrète que j'utilise pour mes apprenants et 30 expressions les plus utilisées par les natifs américains. Donc, ça vous sera partagé. Il y aura des guides qui seront partagés également. Donc, c'est la raison pour laquelle il faut vous inscrire. Parce que c'est ceux qui vont s'inscrire qui pourront avoir les bonus, les guides, les PDF, les e-books qui seront partagés en fait. Et voilà, voilà. Et bien évidemment, ce n'est pas fait pour tout le monde. Donc, du coup, vous pouvez voir là, en fonction des résultats que vous voulez obtenir. Si ça vous convient, vous vous inscrivez. L'inscription prend juste 1 seconde, enfin, je dis 1 seconde, 1 minute, pardon. Donc, vous mettez votre nom, votre prénom, votre email et puis votre numéro WhatsApp. Et that's it pour vous inscrire à la masterclass. Vous pouvez voir également un témoignage d'une de nos apprenantes là à la fin. And that's it, une petite FAQ. Donc, le lien est là dans les commentaires. I can send it again. I can send it again to you guys if you need it. So come on, go ahead, register, subscribe. And we have Samuel in the building. Hello, Samuel. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, hello, sir. I'm in a good shape. What about you?
I'm doing good. How was your day?
Oh, my day was fabulous. It was so fantastic. I really like it.
Excellent, excellent. What did you do today? What made your day fantastic?
All right. Today I've been at the place of work. Due to, I mean, even if today is not the day for rest to work, but me personally, I was there in order to accomplish certain tasks. We
Okay.
are at the end of the month, and I'm accounting. So there are many things to do this time around. So I was obliged to be over there.
Okay. And what do you do for a living? You said you were at work, right?
Oh, I'm living in Calavi.
Yeah,
Calavi
but
is I mean, is in yeah, Calavi. You know Calavi
yeah, sure,
is in
definitely.
Benin.
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure, sure, I do.
exactly.
Yeah, but that wasn't
That's
my
great.
question. I was asking you, where do you live? What do you do for a living, actually? What do you do for a living? What's your work? What's your job? Hello, Samuel.
Accountant. I'm
Accounting. Oh,
accountant. I'm accountant.
I am an accountant.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, can you please take that again? I am an accountant.
I am
So
an accountant.
excellent. So you love money.
I am an accountant.
So you love money, don't
Ah,
you?
exactly. You do.
Okay,
Accurate.
all
Yeah.
right. All right, all right, all right. And why do you want to speak good English, Samuel? Why do you want to speak English?
Oh, me personally, I do not have a choice because me all the time I used to do everything that I have to do in order to fulfill my dream, in order to accomplish what I've planned to do. That's why if there is a kind of activity, anything that I should do in order to reach my goal, me, I'm condemned to do it. So I have certain aim, certain goal to accomplish. So, but I can't do that easily without English. You
Okay.
see, so guess why? Um, a while back, I've get learning English,
I love
practicing
it. I love
English
it. I
all
love
the
it. I
time.
love that expression a while back. I love that expression. I see what you're
Yeah,
doing. Come on. Excellent. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep
Thank
talking.
you,
I'm
sir.
enjoying it. You're welcome.
Yeah, so I was just saying that is because I have certain goal to fulfill. Guess why? All the time I get involved in learning English all the time because me I don't like to say or I'm not a kind of people who used to say that yeah it's because of this. If it's not because of this, I should have this. Me
Okay.
personally, I'm trying to do everything that I can do, and the remaining will be on the law. The God will do will remaining. So me, I gotta do what I have to do. So
Like
that's just my philosophy.
you do your
Yeah.
best and God does the rest. Is that right?
Thank you, sir. What do you say,
You do,
please?
you do your best and God does the rest.
Exactly, you guys.
Yeah, you do your best and God does the rest. Excellent. And you don't like finding excuses. Is that right?
Ah, no, 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 no. We have many things. We have our mind. We have our energy. We have many things we can do.
Yeah, sure.
I use personally to say that whatever we want in life, God in Himself wanted to. If we want to be rich, God wanted to. So we just need to keep making action and do whatever we have to do, and the remaining will come. Uh, Finding excuses. Uh, I'm not that kind of person.
Okay. I love that philosophy that you have, just keep it up. Keep it up. Okay, so let's do some practice.
Thank you for
Uh, have you ever heard of shadowing?
shadowing.
Yeah.
No, I can say it's my first time. Yeah. Could
Okay.
you elaborate more on it for me?
Yeah, sure, I can. Sure. But I can see
That's great.
Adams Hami in the building, but I cannot add him to the studio because he's on mute. So Adams, I think you have
Ah,
to turn on your microphone or your camera first. Pour participer au live, il
I can
faudra
see.
que soit la caméra, soit l'audio soit allumé. Donc Adams, essaie de le faire s'il te plaît et comme ça je pourrais te rajouter. So, Samuel, shadowing is a very practical, useful, and effective, okay, exercise or homework that you can do on a daily basis to improve your speaking skills in English, to improve your accent, to improve your pronunciation, and whatever you want in English. Okay, and how does it work? It's the fact of repeating exactly after a native English speaker. What the person is saying, how the person is saying it, the intonation, the accent, the pronunciation. You just try as much as you possibly can to repeat after him, and it doesn't have to be perfect from the get-go. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, like we're not looking for perfection, but we're looking for progress. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna do it right now with the speech of Barack Obama, and I'll put it on. All right. Or if you want, I can, just do an example so you can see how it works. Okay. L'idée est de faire le perroquet derrière Obama en fait. So whatever he says, you say it. However he says it, you say it also that same way. You try as much as you possibly can to say it that exact way. Okay, and that's how your mind is gonna know how to pronounce the words, how to link the words, and how to sound more like a Native American speaker. Is that right? Are we good to go? Samuel, are we good to go?
Yeah, sir. I got you. I got you.
All right, so let's
I
get it.
comprehend what you said.
All right, so do you want to
I
go, or do you want me
comprehend
to?
what you said. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. Do you need me to do
All
an
right.
example, or you can just give it a try?
No, you can give the example. Maybe someone here needed you. So
All
I
right.
think that it will be good for you to give an example. Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Let me start.
All right. Yeah.
Can you just turn off your mic? Sorry, so there will not be an echo. Thank you.
Born and raised in a small village in
Donc, du coup, avant de donner l'exemple, je vous explique rapidement en français, en 2 secondes, c'est quoi le shadowing. Le shadowing est un exercice hyper pratique, hyper efficace qui vous aide à booster votre prononciation en anglais, en fait. Donc, du coup, ça consiste à faire le perroquet après une personne qui parle en anglais. Je le fais tout le temps avec les journalistes de CNN, de la BBC. Pendant qu'ils parlent, tout ce que vous entendez, vous essayez de répéter ça après eux, en fait. Ça n'a pas besoin d'être parfait, ça n'a pas besoin d'être excellent. Mais répétez juste, en fait. Même si vous ratez des mots, même si vous manquez des mots, continuez. Faites-le pendant, je ne sais pas, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, et tout, en fait, ça va vous aider. Donc, du coup, je vais donner l'exemple à Samuel tout à l'heure. Et après ça, il pourra faire l'exemple. Bon, he has left. Anyway, je donne l'exemple. Ça peut servir à quelqu'un d'autre.
my grandfather was
My
a cook,
grandfather was a cook,
domestic servant to
a
the
domestic
British.
servant to the British.
But my grandfather had
But my
larger dreams
father had
for his
larger
son.
dreams for his
Through
son.
hard work and
Through hard work
perseverance,
and
my father got a
perseverance,
scholarship
my
to
father got a
study in a
scholarship to
magical
study in
place,
a magical
America.
place,
That
America.
shone as a beacon of freedom and
That shone
opportunity
as a
to
beacon
so
of
many who
freedom
had
and
come before.
opportunity to so many who have come before.
While studying here,
While studying
my
here,
father met my
my
mother.
father met my mother.
She was born in a
She was
town on the other
born in a
side of the
town
world,
on the other side
in
of the world,
Kansas.
in Kansas.
Her father worked on
Her
oil
father
rigs
worked
and
on oil
farms for
rigs
most of
and
the
farms
Depression.
for the most of the
The
Depression.
day after
The day
Pearl
after
Harbor,
Pearl
my
Harbor,
grandfather
my
signed
grandfather
up for duty.
signed up for duty.
Joined Patton's army,
Joined
marched
Patton's
across
army,
Europe.
marched across Europe.
Back home, my
Back
grandmother
home, my
raised the
grandmother
baby
raised the
and went to
baby
work
and
on a
went to
bomber
work
assembly line.
on the bomber assembly line.
After the war, they
After the
studied on the
war,
GI
they
Bill,
studied on the GI
bought a house
Bills,
through
bought a
FHA,
house through FHA,
and later moved
and
west,
later moved
all the way to
west,
Hawaii
all the way
in
to
search of
Hawaii in
opportunity.
search of opportunities.
And they too had big
And they
dreams for their
too
daughter.
had big dreams for their daughter.
A common dream
A
born
common
of two
dreams born on
continents.
2 continents.
My parents shared
My
not
parents
only
shared
an
not only
improbable
an
love,
improbable
they
love,
shared
they
an
shared
abiding
an
faith
abiding
in the
faith in the
possibilities of this
possibilities
nation.
of this nation.
They would give me an
They
African
would give
name,
me an African
Barack,
name,
or
Barack,
blessed,
or
believing
blessed,
that in a
believing
tolerant
that in a
America,
tolerant
your name is
America,
no
your
barrier
name
to
is no
success.
barrier to success.
They imagined
They imagine
me
They
going to the
imagine me
best
going to the
schools
best schools
in the land, even though
in
they
the
weren't
land,
rich,
even though they
because
weren't
in a
rich,
generous
because in a
America,
generous
you don't have
America,
to be
you don't
rich
have to be
to
rich
achieve your
to
potential.
achieve your potentials.
They're both passed away
They're
now.
both passed away now. Donc, du coup, Samuel, c'est un peu ça. All right? So, if you are ready, I'll play it and you'll get going. Are we good? Samuel, are we good? Oh my goodness, I think we lost him. we lost.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we
okay, all
can
right.
try it.
So, it doesn't have to be perfect. Donc, faut pas t'en vouloir. Ça n'a pas besoin d'être parfait, en fait. Dis juste ce que tu entends. Let's go.
He grew up herding goats, went to school in a tin roof shack.
He grew
His
up in
father,
Gore.
my grandfather, was a cook,
His father,
a domestic
my
servant to the
grandfather,
British.
book.
But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son.
But,
Through hard
but my
work and
grandfather
perseverance,
have a dream
my father got a
to hard
scholarship
work
to
and
study in a magical
persevere
place, America,
is to
shown
study in
as
a
a beacon
magical
of freedom
place.
and opportunity
That
to
shows
so
as
many
a
who
bit
had
of
come
freedom
before.
and opportunity. So many who are comfortable.
While studying here, my father met my mother.
We're studying
She
here.
was born in a
My
town on the
father
other
met my
side of the
mother.
world, in Kansas.
She was born at the side of work and can
Her father worked on oil rigs and farms through most of the Depression. The day after Pearl Harbor, my grandfather.
Very good. You have tried it off,
my
Samuel. That was good.
grandfather.
Yeah, that was good. That was excellent. Anyway, that's how you can, still work on your pronunciation skills, on your intonation, on your accent, and all of that. Okay, so I can send you the link. If you have my phone number, okay, it's being displayed on the screen right now. Plus 33605968033. You can, just hit me up on WhatsApp, and I'll send you the link to the video, and you can, try as much as you can to work on it again so you can improve your speaking skills, your pronunciation, your accent, your intonation, and all of that. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So that's it for today, guys. Je vous envoie une dernière fois le lien pour les 3 jours de live du 19 au 21. Inscrivez-vous, on va surdélivrer. Ce sera enfin vraiment enrichissant, vraiment super enrichissant. Donc, réservez votre place gratuitement. En même temps, et inscrivez-vous en même temps, n'attendez pas. Et voilà. So, rendez-vous jeudi prochain à 20h pour un autre live. 20h heure de Paris, bien entendu, et 19h pour ceux qui sont à Cotonou ou voilà, dans ce time zone-là. So, guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.